Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another video. My name is Nathanael Morton and I am a vertical jump coach. I have helped thousands of athletes increase their vertical jump higher and dunk a basketball. And in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the Vert Code by PJF Performance. I've already done a review on Vert Shock. I've done a review on the flight system by Overtime Athletes. And now, this was by far the #1 requested vertical jump training program that you guys wanted me to review next. So here we go. I've never watched his videos. I've never seen his program, but I have heard good things. So I am excited. So let's jump into it. Vert Code. The Vert Code by PJF Performance, $85. It tells you right off the bat how much you're gonna pay. So Vert Shock was $67. The flight system from Overtime Athletes was $134, which also had an upper body athlete program built into it and had covered all the bases for what you want in a vertical jump training program. So the Vert Code is right in the middle for $85. I also see right away no equipment required. So this is a body weight program, and I want you guys to know it is very hard to increase your vertical jump as high as possible. You can still increase your vertical very high, but if we're talking about maximizing your potential, you usually need to use weights. You can get up to a 40-inch vertical, even a little bit higher, by using body weight. But if you want to get the highest that you can possibly get, I am so sorry, but you need to use equipment. No equipment required, step-by-step guidance, 3-month program. So this is 12 weeks. And he's not claiming that you're gonna gain all kinds of crazy inches. He's not claiming that you're gonna gain 3 times the amount of inches that you can gain on Vert Shock in 12 weeks. So that's a good thing. It's a red flag when you see people claiming that you're gonna gain all kinds of inches because you don't know people's prior training, you don't know their current vertical jump. What if they have a 48-inch vertical jump and you're claiming that they're gonna gain 12 inches from your program? And you're claiming that they're gonna gain 3 inches from your program. You just don't know what people are stepping up to the table with when they buy your program. So any program that claims all kinds of inches, red flag. It's also way easier to buy this program. He's simple and straight to the point. Even for Vert Shock, I had to scroll through thousands and thousands of stories and testimonials, and I increased my vertical by 64 inches by the time I woke up. I had to scroll through so many. Even for Overtime Athletes, it was a little bit harder to find the program than it was for this one. This one is right here, get started, $85. Sign up or log in to join the Vert Code Bodyweight group. So leave a comment down below if he actually has a weight training vertical jump program, because I don't really know. So he's claiming that it's a bodyweight program. So what I'm going to do is sign up right now, buy the program, and then I'll come back to you. By the way, if you want a free bodyweight vertical jump training program, comment JUMP, J-U-M-P, down below in the comment section, and I will send that to you for free. Thank you. You have successfully joined the Vert Code Bodyweight group. Welcome to the Vert Code Bodyweight. Let's get to work. To learn how to use the platform, check out the welcome video. Should we check this out? Because I don't really know anything about this dude. Let me watch it real quick.
To get after it and start getting some serious results, first, I just want to give you a quick tour of the platform.
Yo, this dude looks like he will cross you up. Let's just move on. The Vert Code Bodyweight is a 12-week program designed for unleashing your genetic potential without equipment. We use 4 key phases, blah, 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 multi-directional speed, explosiveness, agility. So this looks like not only is it a jump program, but it's going to help you become a better athlete overall. So if most of you are basketball players watching, it will help you become a better basketball player overall. Phase 1 is 2 weeks. Phase 2 is 2 weeks, phase 3 is 4 weeks, phase 4 is 4 weeks, and that equals 12 weeks. Yes, I'm a mathematician. Vert Code, phase 1, let's begin. Notes for week 1, day 1. Let's build the base. I already love this. Let's build the base. I have the same thing in my bodyweight program where you do some isometrics and you do some plyometrics that aren't as intense as the rest of the phases in the program. So we need to build the base before we make the gains. You may need to modify the reps to fit your current level. Always listen to your body and never push past joint pain, i.e. knee pain, back pain, ankle pain, etc. That is so important. Do not work through pain. If your knees are screaming at you that they hurt, if your ankles hurt, if your lower back hurts, if your body hurts and you continue to play basketball and you continue to do vertical jump training, you will get worse. I'm telling you, from me to you, from your coach to the supporter, you will get worse if you continue to go past pain and train with pain. Keep in mind that vertical jump training is not endurance training. We ain't running no marathons here, which means you do not need to rush your sets. I love that. Use the rest tool on the app. Okay, so he has an app as well. So already, I'm not sure if Overtime Athletes has an app. I didn't see it when I was in there. Vert Shock might have an app, and just by downloading it, you'll probably gain a couple inches. Also, we aren't chasing the burn. This isn't time under tension hypertrophy trying to get like Arnold Schwarzenegger. We're trying to jump like Jordan or your favorite player. If we scroll a little lower, this gets into the program, and as Overtime Athletes has, as I have, as Vert Shock doesn't have, you can click the exercises right here and you can go to a video demonstration of that exercise. So I'm just gonna click on one, standing jump, and here it is. It shows you how to do a standing jump. So we've got a dynamic warm-up. You guys know how I feel about that. You gotta be doing your warm-up. Mechanics primer, what is that? Okay, so he's having you practice the mechanics of the arm swing. Oh, dang. All right, so he has you go through the mechanics of a vertical jump and a two-step approach jump. Wow. This is something I've never seen, and I do not have this included in my program. Yeah, so that is really good. Honestly, guys, this is something that I never seen before. So you're working on your technique right away. For me, even personally, I might steal this because for me, you work on your technique simply during your jump days. For this, he has you prime probably every single workout working on your technique. Okay, so he has a lot of force absorption, deceleration. He has a lot that's going to prepare you to jump before you even jump, which is so important, especially if you're a beginner. If you just go out and you just start jumping and doing all this stuff without preparing to jump, without teaching your body how to decelerate, how to absorb the force, then you're gonna get hurt. He has calves in there. You guys know how I feel about calves. You gotta build yourself from the ankle to the knee to the hip. If you just do hip extension and get such a powerful hip extension and a powerful posterior chain, but you neglect the ankle joint and the knee joint and the muscles that make those joints strong and hold those together and stop you from getting pain, then you're gonna get pain. This dude got breathing techniques.
For 7-11 breathing, what we're gonna do is just lay down on our back.
He has some bounds in here, some plyometric jumps. So as I stated, this first day is really focused on force absorption. It's focused on mechanics. It's focused on everything that you should be focused on to prepare for jumping, which makes a lot of sense. So very impressed by this so far. Notes for week 1, day 2. We have a pretty short, efficient workout focused on core and mobility. Okay, we got some core exercises, got some mobility exercises. Remember, the difference between flexibility and mobility is that flexibility is referring to range of motion in the muscles. Mobility is talking about range of motion in the joints. And if either of those are lacking, if your flexibility is lacking, which mine is, to be completely honest, if your mobility is lacking, then it causes unnecessary friction, which causes pain and does not let you fulfill your full athletic potential. So you don't want tight muscles and you don't want joints that can't move through the full range. Moving on to day 3, this is extremely similar, if not the same exact workout as day 1, which is okay. If you follow my free bodyweight vertical jump training program, you understand that I have 3 days, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, which are all the same. So this is okay. Day 4 is the same as day 2. It's just core and mobility again. And day 5 is exactly the same workout as day 1 and day 3, which is not a bad thing. This is set up exactly as my bodyweight jump training program is, except he adds in mobility on Tuesday and Thursday. So his program is actually one-upping my program at this current time. Now, I also don't have any jump mechanics in my free bodyweight vertical jump training program. So right now, he is beating me on those 2 things. I can't say so far that his program will help you increase your vertical more than mine will, because with this, these are just the beginning exercises. Remember, we're building the base. So as of now, mine would get you a higher vertical, but I haven't even jumped into his. So his might continue to rise above mine, and then you should get this program. So guys, week 2, day 1 is exactly the same as week 1, day 1, week 1, day 3, and week 1, day 5. This is not a bad thing. As I told you in another video, I can't remember what video it was, but I said, you can do the same exercises over and over and over. Just make sure that you are progressive overloading. Okay, so week 1 and week 2 are exactly the same. You're working on deceleration, you're working on force absorption, you're working on mechanics, you're working on mobility. So this is getting you ready to jump. jump. So weeks 1 and week 2, the first phase is getting you ready for jumping. Now let's jump into the jumping. All right, so we are in the Vert Code phase 2. Week 1, day 1 of phase 2. We are working on loading and redirecting. So our ability to load and absorb force rapidly, so a little bit more force absorption. Okay, we got a dynamic warm up, some penultimate jumps, power skips, approach jumps, single leg eccentric box step down. So we actually have some strengthening. Remember how I said that Vert Shock, there was virtually zero strengthening. In order to increase your vertical jump as much as possible, you need to get stronger, you need to get faster and more explosive. So this, just like my body weight program, he has strengthening and he has explosiveness. He actually, I'm gonna be honest right now, this dude knows more than I know about vertical jump training. I can just tell right off the bat that I need to study and watch all these videos to see why he does all this so that I can learn more, so that I can make my programs better for my athletes. But I'm telling you, this guy knows what he's doing. Week 2, day 5. Yeah, see, this is all the same thing. So Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, you do the same exact workout in his program, which is the same as my bodyweight vertical jump training program. And then Tuesday and Thursday, you got core mobility, and it's the same throughout the first 4 weeks of the program. So far, very impressed. He obviously knows what he's doing. He has strengthening and he has a lot of stuff. He has force absorption, he has deceleration, he has jump mechanics, he has eccentric strengthening. So he is getting ready, he is priming you to jump. The Vert Code phase 3, which is 4 weeks long. This is actually a deload week. So we trained for 4 weeks and now he has us doing a deload week, which a deload week just means a week of less intense exercise. Some people take a deload week to actually rest. That ain't a deload week. That's a full rest week. A deload week is less reps, less sets, less weight if you're actually using weight, but it's just less intensity on your body so that you can rest and recover and build back bigger, stronger, faster, more explosive. All right, so his deload week isn't actually a deload week. It's only 2 days of deload, and what he wants you to do is go, get a massage or a foam roll or, some myofascial release so that you're ready for the rest of the program. So let's get into the rest of the program. Day 3, we got some plyos, we got some hamstrings, Achilles. Yeah, guys, so listen, he hits everything. He hits everything that you need to hit to increase your vertical jump and dunk on anybody. Day 4 is mobility. Day 5 is some plyos. Week 3 is the same, and week 4 is the same. We got some penultimate hurdle jumps. That sounds like it would be a lot of fun. The Vert Code phase 4. So this is the last phase of the program. I'll go through this very quickly, then I'll give you my ultimate conclusions and where I think this program stacks up compared to Vert Shock and compared to Overtime Athletes and compared to my bodyweight training program. Okay, we got some agility. That's fun. We got bounds. We got consecutive hurdle jumps. So guys, consecutive hurdle jumps, so meaning you set up hurdles and you jump over them consecutively. If you were just a beginner and you just went out and did consecutive hurdle jumps, your body might not be ready for that. So in the previous phases, he had you working on deceleration, he had you working on jump mechanics, he had you working on force absorption, on eccentric loading. So all of that stuff is going to get you ready for the vertical jumps in this phase, which are most intense. Day 2 is core and mobility. It's different though. Day 3 is the same as day 1. Week 2, the exercises are the same as week 1. Week 3 is the same, and week 4 is the same. So guys, here are the conclusions that I've come to, and here is where Vert Code by PJF Performance stacks up to my bodyweight program, to Vert Shock, and to Overtime Athletes program. Let's start with Vert Shock. My cat did Vert Shock, became a lion. Okay, no, in all seriousness, Vert Shock has zero strengthening, okay? If you have zero strengthening, you're automatically going to go to the bottom, okay? Because there's only 2 things you need to do to increase your vertical jump, and Vert Shock is missing one of them. So that's 50%. What if you got 50% on a test? Mommy's gonna be mad. So Vert Shock is way at the bottom, okay? So which program would be next? I hate to admit this. I 100% hate to admit this, but I'm going to go on the record right now and say that Vert Code by PJF Performance, his bodyweight program, is better than my bodyweight program. It's just set up better. It sets you up to go from zero, from somebody who has no idea what they're doing, and properly load yourself, which I do the same, but not to the extent that he does. He goes so far out of his way to make sure that you properly load yourself. You do deceleration, you do force absorption, you do eccentric loading. You literally, all his T's are crossed, all his I's are dotted. So will you gain more inches with his program than with my program? It's very hard to tell. People gain a lot of inches with my program, but I'm gonna go on the record and say that his bodyweight program is better than my bodyweight program. It's also $85, but pay $85 and get the better program. So I'm honestly going to go to my bodyweight program after this and make some changes, because that's just the level you have to play at. This dude is obviously at a very high level. This dude obviously knows what he's talking about, and it shows me that I have a lot to learn. I am a very good vertical jump coach, but I'm not gonna sit here and be mad at somebody else who's a better vertical jump coach than me. I want to learn from you, because I will surpass all of you. Knees over toes guy, PJF Performance, Overtime Athletes. I am coming because I am a learning machine. I'm not mad that this dude's program is better than mine. Now I have more knowledge to make my program better for my athletes. Let's go, I'm fired up. But is it better than Overtime Athletes program? Will it help you gain more inches on your vertical than Overtime Athletes, what's it called? The flight system? No, I don't think it will, because Overtime Athletes uses weights. Now, they are geared for two different populations. The Vert Code is body weight. The flight system is weight training. So right away, weight training, if you have to increase your strength and increase your speed to increase your vertical, you can increase your strength more with weights than you can with body weight. It's very hard to increase your maximum strength with body weight. So if you're a beginner and you need a lot of force absorption work, and you need a lot of deceleration work, and you need to get that mobility, well, you always need mobility, but if you need the beginning phases that you need of a vertical jump training program, then PJF Performance would probably be for you. But if we're talking about overall, how many inches are you gonna gain, then Overtime Athletes, the flight system, because it uses weights, because it really takes you to the next level, that would be the program. The flight system would be the program to take you to the highest vertical possible, but it's also geared towards athletes who have already been training, who have already gone through all that force absorption and deceleration and all that type of stuff. So they're really geared towards two different populations, but in the raw fact of who's gonna help you gain more inches, it is going to be the flight system with Overtime Athletes. One other thing that I would like to mention is that even though the Vert Code is body weight, I would still gain inches on my vertical. There's a lot of stuff in the Vert Code that I have never done before. There's even some stuff that I've never seen before. So I would gain inches by going through the body weight program, the Vert Code. If we look at another body weight program like Vert Shock, I would gain 0 inches. I might even go down a few inches if I did Vert Shock. But PJF Performance, the Vert Code, completely fire, just like the flight system from Overtime Athletes. There's obviously people out there who know a lot more than me, so I need to study all of these programs that I'm buying. I'm gonna go broke. I need to study all of this information so that I can get better, so that I can get more knowledgeable, so that I can give you more videos and more knowledge so that you get better and take your athletic potential to the next level. But that is my review. Like, comment, subscribe, and make sure that you tell me who to review next down in the comment section. Peace.
Young visionary, and I don't know where I am. I'm running blindfolded, like I ain't got a plan. You either steady living life or you afraid to die. But if you